Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for a very special and exciting Azamara webinar. My name is Anna. I'm an Industry Relations Manager here at CLIA, and I'm going to just quickly go through some housekeeping before introducing our presenter. This webinar will run about 25 minutes with time for questions at the end. Please feel free to type your questions into the questions module of the webinar, and we'll get to them at the conclusion of the presentation. This webinar is being recorded and will be posted on CLIA's YouTube channel, which is CLIA Global. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce our presenter, Katie Gerhard. Katie is Director of Sales for Azamara and started her career in travel as a travel advisor 32 years ago. She has been working on the cruise line side of business for the past 18 years, representing several brands focused completely on education and sales. Katie has been representing Azamara for 6 years and looks forward to their first post-COVID voyage on August 28th from Athens, Greece. She has traveled to over 100 countries and 6 continents, and the bucket list continues, especially as we ramp up and get back to cruising. And with that, take it away, Katie.
Well, thanks, Anna. Hi. It's so great to be here today with CLIA. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to all of the people that have joined us today, wherever you may be. I am coming to you live from the beautiful state of Connecticut. Anna and I were chatting beforehand, and it is a gorgeous spring day here in Connecticut. So let's just dive in and let's just talk things Azamara. Alrighty, here we go. So a lot of people ask me this question, and I think this is something that we really need to understand, and that is, who is the Azamara guest? So let's take a look at this, and let's kind of break it down into the 4 different areas here of our age. The demographic age of Azamara, think baby boomers, right? The target audience is 55 to 64, with the majority of our guests being 65 plus, that retirement, that early retirement age. Also, where do we source our guests? We source the majority of our guests from North America, followed by the UK and Australia. And if you look at the income of our guest, it's approximately $100,000 with the household of about $1 million plus. So this is a good way to kind of figure out who is your Azamara, who is the Azamara guest. As we go on, sorry guys, the computer just froze on me. Here we go. Woo, technology, love these coming to you live webinars. So one of the things that we talk about is our repeat guests. And we always like to say at Azamara that you selling Azamara is like an annuity. If you think about repeaters make up approximately 48% of our guests. And the reason why they're coming to us, when they're thinking about their vacations, what do they think about? They continuously want new experience through culinary, food, and culture. They want to keep exploring the world. They want to keep going to new destinations and keep on moving as we are a global cruise line. And it's all about improving their health and wellness and body and spirituality. And this is what they're getting from coming with Azamara. If we look at the 4 main drivers, you can see that by far culinary, fine dining is the best. This is what they really want, along with really good internet access so that they can keep in touch with their friends and family, post their pictures to Facebook and Instagram. Very key here, ships with close dry docking into cities. This is super important because they want to be able to be in destination instead of being outside of destination. And then also what's important are our inclusive amenities. And if you look at what the connection is here, it's all about experiences. They want experiences. They want to get out and dance in the destination, drink the local beer or the wine or wherever they are in the world, whatever that special beverage may be. Listen to the music, look at the architecture, just see these destinations become alive. Now for you, here is the real opportunity, and that's the prospects. And our prospects are new to cruise or new to Azamara. They make up about 45%. Now, if you look at these percentages, you're saying, well, this doesn't equal 100. The additional percentage is made up by travel agent rates, seminars at sea, and things like that. So if we talk about prospects and what motivates them, what are they thinking about vacations? They're up for new They want to experience and explore new parts of the world. They're ready to get out there. Food's really important, and they also want to go out and see the cultural, historical places around the world. And their main drivers, look at this, look at these statistics right here. Food, again, the culinary is the leader of the pack. And then you have a tie: spacious staterooms, itineraries with longer stays, ships with close to city docking. Guys, that's Azamara in a nutshell right there. And what they're looking for, again, they want to get out, they want to explore, they want the culinary connection, they want to taste different foods, they want to drink different wines, they want to get out there and just immerse themselves with history. So all of this for our repeaters and our prospects, let's talk about Azamara. We are the destination immersion cruise lines, and it's all about exploring around the world. And what we do best, and I'm going to talk about our 3 pillars. It's all about a cultural experience, worldwide destinations. We travel around the world, and all of this is brought to you from our beautiful boutique hotels at sea. So what is an immersive voyage? What does it look like, and what do? We are worldwide. We are famous for our immersive itineraries. And what does that mean? It means country intensives, where we take a voyage and we just go specifically to one country. Just an example of a few: Japan, Croatia, Greece. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about Greece as we go through this webinar. And we are really good about our immersive itineraries. And we say this because we do stay longer in ports. We do have more late night departures, and we have more overnight stays. In some cases, in some countries, we have multiple days in port. Also, this is key. Our ships, because of our size, goes to ports where bigger ships can't sail because they're just simply too big. We hug the coast. We're able to go upriver. We're able to conveniently dock our ships closest to city centers. And again, this is what people want. They don't want to be stuck on a motor coach for 45 minutes to get into the city center, or the village, or the town, wherever we may be in the world. And again, we also do a lot of world events and specialty voyages. Things like every year we go to the Monaco Grand Prix. We do voyages around the Monaco Grand Prix. We do excursions over in Scotland or wherever it may be when it comes to the big golf programs, whether it's the Masters or, excuse me, the Masters we go to as well. So we do these. In addition, next year we are going to FIFA. We're going to be doing the World's FIFA Cup over in Dubai. There's a voyage built around that. So look for all of our specialty things when we do these specialty voyages. And again, when we look at our boutique, our gorgeous boutique hotel at sea, which is what we call our ships at Azamara, we have inclusive amenities. It's a very comfortable size ship with less than 700 guests. The crew ratio is 2 to 1. And what does that provide? That provides friendly service. It is our crew that takes such good care of our guests. And again, this is all wrapped up by our enhanced health and safety protocols. This is a very hot topic these days, and I am going to be getting into our enhanced healthy and safety protocols in this webinar today. We connect culturally by offering complimentary cultural nighttime events on board. And what we're doing is we're bringing the destination to the ship. What we're doing is we're bringing on board food, entertainment, all different types of programming to really enhance that cultural experience in the destination where we may be. We have an array of shore excursions that we're offering that have been carefully curated, and we use first-class tour operators and local guides to ensure that your guests, that they are out there and getting the best experience wherever they may be in the world. And of course, we can't forget to talk about our fantastic and again, very thoughtfully thought out pre and post land programs that we offer. When we talk about amenities, for all guests, again, we have all of our cultural events on board in addition to our white night, gratuities for everyone. This is really important. Also, standard spirits, wine, international beers, and this is all day. So if you'd like to wake up in the morning and maybe have a mimosa, or if you'd like to have maybe a Bloody Mary by the pool, whatever the case may be, this is offered to all guests all day long. In addition, it's bottled water, and that's sparkling and still, along with specialty coffees and tea, which is served at our fabulous Mosaics Cafe, along with some really nice treats on a day-to-day basis. Self-service laundry, shuttle service from the ship into city centers, and of course, concierge service. As you advance and get into better accommodations, whether you're doing a Veranda Plus or suites, you can see that the amenities become enhanced, and they become enhanced by butler service, some onboard credits, Wi-Fi, complimentary dining in our specialty restaurants, and things like that. So again, this is just what we are. We call ourselves an inclusive cruise line, and here is a perfect example of what we talk about. All of this is brought to you by our crew. And when we talk about our crew, the crew is really the bloodline and the lifeline of Azamara. They are our heart, our soul, and it's what we do each and every day on board our ships is we bring the deliverables alive. And here's some of our captains and our hotel directors. These folks here, right here, they make your experiences brilliant. And if I have some people on this webinar right now that's looking at this slide, you might be saying, my God, there's Eric and there's Heike and there's Captain Johannes. You know, these folks are available. They walk around, they engage with our guests. Again, this is what makes Azamara so dearly special. We also are the industry leaders in trade engagement and education. And if we just take a look at this slide here and look at all of these different platforms that we have available for you, the person of selling travel, we have our educational platform, the Azamara World Academy. This is actually something where you can go on, register, and take the course to become a true expert in selling Azamara. Trade Connect, and when we look at AzamaraConnect.com, this is your travel agent portal where you would go for marketing assets and all different types of things. Along with, we have our fantastic image library, and of course, our travel advisor guide, our tag. So when we look at this, our travel partner portal, AzamaraConnect.com. You come here, and when you're on AzamaraConnect.com, you get all of these fantastic things. This is where you would go to get your marketing. Here's a shot of our travel advisor guide, our tag. This is chock full of information for you as far as marketing, what type of marketing materials we have, how all of our toolkits. This is a guide to help you be able to sell Azamara in a very confident way. In addition, we have just added our digital destination guide, which brings you straight through to our voyages that are open through 2023. I would encourage all of you to go through this guide, and as you go through this guide, you're going to see multiple hyperlinks. These hyperlinks are filled with information. You can cut and paste them, you can share them, you can open them, you can print them. You can send them to your clients. It's where you get all the day-by-day information, all of the information about our immersive itineraries straight through 2023. So this is the hot topic, right? This is where we are at this point, and it is about Explore Well at Sea and about our healthy return to service protocols. We all know that this is top of mind for everyone, and we have all of the information about our Explore Again and Sell Well on our website. Again, you can go to, it's right here, so you can go and you can download things. I'm going to show you some things in a moment that you can share with your clients, again, to reassure everybody, because top of mind and what our main concern is at Azamara as we return to service is that we provide a healthy and safe environment for all people, for our guests and for our crew. Here are some of the pillars that we announced with our protocols just this past week, just this past Tuesday on May 11th. One thing I will say, as we have learned in the past 15 months, we are in a very fluid environment, and our environment is changing daily. So this is just the protocols that we have announced. These protocols, I'm sure, will change and evolve as we get closer to getting back to service. But for right now, what I'd like to do is just share some of the things that we're doing. We have announced that the COVID-19 vaccine is required for all guests and crew. We're going to continue with testing for crew and guests. There's going to be a boarding day screening. There's going to be ways to report any symptoms. There's going to be a whole array of things for medical evaluation. Our cleaning protocols have always been state of the art. We have always done a phenomenal job with our cleaning. However, what we're doing is we're just enhancing it we're doing more crew training, we're doing better sanitation and prevention control, and all of this is we're using medically grade cleaning products and cleaning standards. So we are just going to enhance what we've already done. Our air filtration is 100% fresh, and this is filtered air in staterooms, in public areas, the HAVEC systems in crew and guest rooms, and our medical statement. And again, this is all layered with fine particle filtration. So all of the air within the ship in all different areas, we have taken this into consideration and made the appropriate adjustments. And of course, medical capabilities. One thing that we are having is that we have our medical center has been enhanced, and it has been enhanced not only with staffing, but with newer equipment. We are also adding a dedicated infectious control officer on every ship. And what this means is it's going to provide better onboard testing capabilities, telehealth support. It just goes on and on and on. At the end of the day, our #1 commitment is to health and safety so that everybody remains safe and can get home in a safe manner. Again, you can download this. You can go to azamara.connect.com/explore well. And here you can see a sampling of this document that you can download, you can share, again, to build the confidence and to show people that we do have our protocols set in place. So there you have it. Now, what we started to do, and we introduced this program last year, and let me tell you, if you have not, this is something that you really need to pay close attention to and take a look at. It's our masterclass series, led by the one and only Gina Dunnett, who is just remarkable. She has done a series of these 1-hour webinars that are on demand. You can listen to them. The ones that she has done so far, you can see the countries: South Africa, Japan, South America, Black Sea, Greece, Italy, France, Spain. The beauty of these is Gina talks about what you can expect, what the weather is like, all of these beautiful things, but she talks about these and gives you such helpful hints. This masterclass really takes the information and showcases what Azamara does around the world and just brings it to another level. In addition to this, we also have part of our masterclass is our Perry Golf. Colin, who is the owner of Perry Golf, just did one and is part of the masterclass, and he walked us through our exclusive agreement with Perry Golf, the ins and out of Perry Golf, talked about how you could position Perry Golf and Azamara. It is so well done. The beauty of this one also is that there was a Q&A with Colin at the end, so it's extremely informative. If you have golfers out there, I would highly recommend that you listen to this. So again, all of these can be found, and this is part of our master class series. So I do hope that you take the time and enjoy them, because they are fabulous. Another thing that we do, and you hear us talk a lot about, is our country intensive voyages. What that means is we go to countries. A sampling would be Japan, Croatia, Greece, and I'm going to talk about Greece a little bit more. These voyages go to these countries. I have had the opportunity to do our Japan country intensive, and it was 14-night voyage, and it circumnavigated Japan, and it just completely focused on the country, the culture, and just everything that you could possibly think of. So if you have clients coming to you saying, you know, I really want to go to Greece, or I really want to go to Japan or Croatia, wherever we're doing these country intensives. Keep Azamara in mind and look at our country intensive voyages, because we do them very well and we immerse into the culture. This is the exciting part of the webinar. This is where I get to talk about our return to service. And boy, have we been waiting a long time for this. We don't even have to get into what the last 15 months has been like. But the good news, this is the slide that puts a smile on my face, and I hope it's putting a smile on yours. Our return to service, we are bringing the Azamara Quest, departing August 28th on a 7-night Greece intensive voyage. So excited that we're coming back to service on August 28th. And then following her will be our Azamara Pursuit will join us back in service September 28th, doing an 11-night Greece country intensive voyage. And lastly, our third ship will join the fleet on October 13th with a 12-night Greece country intensive voyages. So this right here is just so exciting and so encouraging. And I know that you maybe personally or your guests are just really, really looking to get on board. And here we go. So big news here. We are starting August 28th, and you might be saying, I haven't seen that voyage anywhere. Well, that's because tomorrow, May 14th, I'm giving y'all a sneak peek here. We're going to be introducing and opening the books for the very first time on these voyages. They are open for sale tomorrow morning. What we are doing is, again, we're doing a series of Greece intensive voyages on the Azamara Quest starting August 28th. These voyages are 7 nights with 6 ports of call and 3 late nights. They're round trip Athens. So it starts August 28th to be followed by September 4, 11, 18, and 25. Now, there's something in it for you. You book 3 staterooms and you cruise free. All right, hear that? Book 3, go on a Greek intensive voyage free. There's another one though. This is the voyage that is going to transition the ship from Athens to Rome. And this cruise, is also a 7-night voyage, 7 ports of call, 3 late nights, and this is October 2nd. So this is also part of Book 3 and Cruise Free. So you have this voyage, and you have these 5 voyages that are open for sale tomorrow. And again, the opportunity is there for you to come on board, and we'd love to have you all on board to experience these fantastic cruises as we come back to service. So I'd like to talk about the offer that we have for you right now, and that is 60% off your second guest. So basically, we're calling it a BOGAHO 60, right? Buy one, get one, 60% off your second guest. This is a fantastic, rich offer that is in the marketplace for voyages, and this is valid through June 30th. In addition, for all of our group producers out there, and boy, Azamara loves groups, our group offer is in effect through the end of the month, so you still have plenty of time to get your books secured for 22 and 23. And look at this fantastic offer. It's 1 for 12 for your TCs, plus you receive double gap points on all your groups, and the best part for you in this environment, there is no deposit required for 90 days. So we're allowing you to take the group space, get creative with your double gap points, get out there, start promoting it without any money due to us for 90 days. So I hope that between the BOGAHO 60 and the group offer, you really get out there. In addition to us opening up our fantastic itineraries on the Quest that open up tomorrow on the 14th of May. In play is still our cruise with confidence, and this is now allowing the flexibility to make a change, cancel up to 48 hours before sailing. It's also the best price guarantee, and you also would get the future cruise credit. This is expiring May 31st. However, there is some discussion about the possibility of extending it beyond May 31st. So please stay tuned. Your strategic business development manager will be in touch with you with the extension information as we get closer to the end of this month. So who is your business development manager? So I want to talk about our fantastic sales team. We are led by Nils Lindstad. My counterpart is Lori Goldspiel. She is Director of Sales for the West. As Anna introduced me to you today, I'm Director of Sales for the East. We have a phenomenal sales team of 9 sales reps that are your strategic business development managers throughout the United States and Canada. They are supported by inside by Damaris Mesa and Vanessa Janvier. And then in addition to that, we also have our national accounts manager, Lisa, who is supported by Jocelyn. A huge sales team for you. But that's not all. We also have a fantastic UK, Ireland, and EMEA sales team led by Patrice and David, and some of our fantastic strategic business development managers in there. And again, Australia and New Zealand. Patrice and David are heading up a fantastic team over down under. So we look after you wherever you are in the world, and we look forward to, again, seeing everybody on board in a safe and healthy environment. It's been a challenging 15 months and plus at this point, and every person at Azamara wants to thank you. Thank you for your resilience. Thank you for being so with us through the ups and downs that the pandemic has thrown our way. We look forward to getting back to service. We look forward to, seeing our world open up in a safe and healthy environment. So I really appreciate your time today. I really thank you so much for joining us. And with that, I am going to turn it over to Anna.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. We do have a couple questions coming in, and I will give everybody a minute to keep them coming. And I will say, if this has piqued your interest, which I'm sure it has, CLIA has a phenomenal Azamara Pursuit virtual ship inspection. So if you are interested in that, we definitely encourage you to take that virtual ship inspection. And now we can get into questions. Our first one is from Cynthia, who is wondering, what is the diversity ratio of the crew on board?
I'm sorry, the diversity?
Yes.
So we source our crew worldwide. So our crew members would come to us from several different countries. We do source through, Indonesia. We have Europeans, people that live in the Caribbean. Yep. So we pretty much we source from all around the world.
Okay, got it. Our next question is from Dana, who is wondering if Azamara is still part of the Royal Caribbean family of brands, and if Azamara can still be booked through Espresso.
Oh my goodness, that is a great question. So we are no longer part of Royal Caribbean. Back in March, actually it was announced in January, and the deal went through in March. We were purchased by Sycamore Partners, which is a private investment firm. And on March 19th, we became an independent cruise line. All of our systems are the same. So the way that you book, you still book with Cruising Power. Our call center is still in Wichita. Nothing has changed from a travel advisor's perspective, the way that they deal with Azamara on a day-to-day basis. No systems have changed. But yes, we are an independent company. And the good news about this is not only were we sold from Royal Caribbean and purchased by Sycamore Partners, but within the first 10 days of Sycamore Partners purchasing Azamara, they bought us a new ship. So we went from a fleet of 3, and we have now 1 extra ship in our fleet, the Azamara Onward. She will be joining us in 2022, and her itineraries are going to be open for sale sometime in June or early July. So not only have we spun off from Royal Caribbean, we are independent and we have grown and we are very excited with the growth. So that was a great question. Thank you so much for asking.
Okay, perfect. We have a few people wondering about children on board. So is there a minimum age for children? Are there activities for kids on board? And what's the average age range?
Okay, that's another great question. At the beginning of the presentation, I just talked about our demographic. We pretty much source we don't really source families, right? But we do take children on board. We do not have any scheduled activities for children. We do not offer children's programs. I will tell you, I have been on board where I've seen families traveling with children, and our crew they have so much fun when there's kids on board. They really treat them very, very well, and they do like scavenger hunts, and they make up activities for children, but as far as a scheduled day-to-day activity, we do not, that's not really our forte. However, we do take children, and the age limit is the same like every other cruise line. So like if it's a family with 3 kids or 2 kids, come on, bring them on board. It's a very different experience.
Okay, got it. And it looks like that was our last question. So thank you so much, Katie, for all of that wonderful information. And thank you everyone for joining us. Have a great rest of your week, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.